Tintin is one of my favorite comic series of all time for a number of different reasons. I've already made a video discussing the insane popularity of Tintin in India. You could watch it here. But today we are going to talk about something different. Hello and welcome to Underwise Z. My name is Soham and today we are going to talk about the top 5 best Tintin stories of all time. But please note that this is a subjective ranking based on my personal opinion. You are absolutely free to disagree. Moreover, before watching the video, I'd actually request all of you to write the names of your personal top 5 best Tintin stories in the comment section below. That way we can have a healthy discussion in the comment section as well. Also, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to the channel. I do weekly videos on a number of different topics. With that being said, let's begin with the video. Now at number 5 we have The Blue Lotus. Before the entry of Captain Haddock and Professor Calculus, Tintin was pretty much a tale about a young boy scout roaming across the world catching villains and drug mafias. Blue Lotus is one such tale which follows the journey of Tintin from India to China and beyond. Moreover, this story acts as a perfect sequel to The Cigar of Pharaoh. I especially love the cover illustration of this book with the red dragon as well. Now at number 4 we have The Black Island. A mesmerizing tale of cat and mouse style chase with the added mystery of medieval era castles. Since childhood days, The Black Island has been a fan favorite of mine because of its fast paced action. From train hopping to aircraft chase to the final confrontation, HERGÉ managed to build up the tension for the eventual reveal of the goons. This is classic Tintin at its best, mixing in elements of action as well as adventure. Although on further retrospect, this tale had much more of an action-oriented approach. Moreover, this Scottish backdrop is probably one of my personal favorite Tintin covers of all time. Now The Black Island is a fan favorite for many, but you must be wondering why it's not on the top 3. Well, the reason is pretty simple. It's Deus Ex Machina. For the purpose of making this video, I reread all the Tintin stories, and one particular thing stuck with me while I was reading Black Island. Sure, it is amazing, and I also have a lot of nostalgia associated with it. But still, I cannot shake off the feeling that things just apparently happen here for no reason at all. Everything is set up here just like chess pieces, ready to happen. Tintin just stumbled upon a jet, he stumbled upon the boat, the gorilla and everything. I know this happens everywhere, but here it was just a little on the nose for me. But I really enjoy this story nonetheless, and that is the reason why it is on my 4th position. At number 3 we have The Calculus Affair. This is a captivating story full of built-up mystery, tension and drama. I'm a huge fan of stories that involve the full gang of Tintin, Calculus and Haddock. Thus this story provided a fun and interesting mix of this concept. Moreover, I think this is one of those Tintin stories which managed to build the mystery aspect of the plot really well. Even towards the very end, the readers were never 100% sure about the final reveal. Also, I'm a huge fan of the Marlinspike Hall as well. As such, this story is bound to be one of my personal favorites. Lastly, I think that this book has actually managed the best use of slapstick humor or slapstick comedy that actually mends the plot together in the form of the glass shattering and all the things breaking. Now at number 2 we have The Crab with the Golden Claws, an absolute fan favorite story. The Crab with the Golden Claws is an iconic tale for multiple different reasons. I love the shenanigans of how Tintin managed to escape from the Caraboujan to the desert and eventually discovers the secret of the drug-based mafia gang. The mystery is well placed and I really love the desert sequences here and there. Moreover, this is the story where Captain Haddock is finally introduced in the story, and I really love the ending where he got sick because he gave up on alcohol and drank normal water. That is comedy peak. This is also the story which gave us the iconic panel of Tintin putting on his coat with Snowy following him, a panel which later went on to become the very symbol of the series. And lastly, this story combined with the 2-parter Secret of the Unicorn and Red Rackham's Treasure make the bulk of the 2011 Steven Spielberg movie, which is simply awesome. Now before I proceed on to number 1, here are some of my honorable mentions. These are also stories which I really love, but I was just not able to put them up on the top 5 list. And I won't get into the details as to why exactly I love them, it's just that they are awesome stories and I really enjoy reading them from time to time. And they are The Secret of the Unicorn and The Castafiore Emerald. So now, number 1. and that is Destination Moon. This probably might not be the most popular choice for many, but Destination Moon is undoubtedly my number one favorite Tintin comic of all time. Ever since I was a small kid, I adored this story the most, and mind you, I'm talking about the time when I didn't even know how to properly read in English. I just used to flip through the pages and see the pictures to understand the story. A little later, I finally read the full story on my own, and since then it has been my personal favorite in the entire series. There's just this sense of awe and fascination in the story, considering the time period in which it was made. The story was published in 1953, way before the first manned flight was actually possible on Moon. In that sense, this is the first Tintin story that diverged into the science fiction territory. Moreover, this is also the story for which HERGÉ made the most amount of research, and it is reflected on his work here. The meticulous amount of details in this story is outright awe-inspiring and shows the zeal and enthusiasm of mankind to its fullest extent. However, a lot of critics as well as Tintinologists seem to have a divided opinion on this story. That's because Destination Moon has an overall more mature theme than its predecessor, and in a way it downplays the slapstick humor or slapstick comedy that was prevalent in the stories before this. Narrative wise, it does make a lot of sense to have the story more mature in line with the plot, but it's something not everyone appreciates. But nonetheless, this is my personal favorite Tintin story of all time. So what are your thoughts about this? What are your personal favorite Tintin stories? Please mention them in the comment section below. So that's it for today guys, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, share it with all your friends and subscribe to the channel for more. This is WonderYZ and I'll see you soon in the next video.